Hello and welcome to Season 4, Episode 1. And I'm picking up right where I left off, talking about the Tesla Model 3.
Meet George Jetson!
That's right, I've decided to name my Model 3 George Jetson. In part because it is the future. It's the future of transportation. And as a pilot, we have a nickname for the autopilots that we sometimes use on the aircraft. We sometimes call that George. So all in all, George Jetson fits perfectly for this car. Now with that in mind, here's my experience from the day that I picked up George Jetson. Today's the day. The original date that I was promised to pick up the Model 3 has arrived. It is now about 1:30. I'm getting a Lyft ride on over to the dealership, and I have a 2 p.m. appointment to pick up the Model 3. Just got dropped off by Lyft at the Tesla dealership. So let's go see how the delivery process goes. Here I am in my brand new Model 3. The delivery process was fairly straightforward. Probably took no more than about 10 minutes. During the walk-around, I did find a few minor items. And I guess what they're going to do is, they took pictures, number one, and they're going to go ahead and submit it to the website. And then I will confirm with the website that they're actually submitted. And then I will get some type of callback for those to be rectified. One of them I found was, looked like a little bit of a scratch in the bumper paint. So that'll be taken care of. The other one looked like a slight blemish in the door paint on the passenger side. And then the other one was on one of the chrome trims. It looked like a bit of a smudge mark on that. And we found, looked like on the trunk, where the trunk meets the rest of the car, looks like it was a little offset. Now, I've seen some YouTube videos where that's basically a minor adjustment, so I'm not too worried about any of those items. All right, so now I'm going to pretty much go ahead and just adjust my settings, seat, steering wheel, and then I'll be off. Navigate to Bluefin Sushi. The regenerative braking takes a little getting used to because it wants to instantly slow the car down. You don't use the brakes that much. And at a stoplight, just to sit there, instead of holding the brake, you simply press on the brake pedal. It goes into hold, and then you can take your feet off. As soon as you press the gas pedal, it will release and just start driving. Now the drive is extremely quiet. About all I hear are the tires against the road and some wind noise. The one thing I don't believe I'm going to be able to use right now is the full self-driving on the autopilot. Because the system itself has got to calibrate, and I think it takes around 50 miles. Well, as a matter of fact, you can see over here it says the calibration is in process.
2,000 feet. Take the US 95 South ramp on the right.
This is a nice little turn. Let's see how it handles. Wow, remarkably well. Took that turn phenomenally well. Okay, let's go ahead and see if the autopilot will actually work while it's calibrating. Okay, cruise control is unavailable. Let's see how the sound system works. Now, the best I can tell, it looks like the calibration might be fairly close to complete. Camera calibration is complete. All right, so let's now try the autopilot and the self-driving. It's basically 2 clicks down on the stock. Auto steer is still not enabled, so I've got to go to settings for that, obviously. Okay, now that I've been in the car for a few minutes, the one thing I noticed right off the bat is the steering is very solid. The ride is very good. I know they don't have an air suspension, it's just regular shocks, but the ride feels phenomenal in this. The other thing you'll notice is the visibility. That sloping hood gives you great visibility, and of course,
turn right onto East Tropicana Avenue.
And of course, not having any instrumentation other than your screen opens up the field of view even further. Okay, just now hitting the brake. I'm going to press it, hold it, and that's it. We are stopped. And to move again, all I got to do is now hit the accelerator pedal. And like that, we're off again. All right, navigation did a good job. There is a bluefin sushi right on the map.
500 feet, turn right.
And as soon as I make the right turn, I'll be there. And just press the button on the stock for park. I can simply hold the brakes, get out, and the car should conceivably shut down by itself. And for those of you who are considering buying a brand new Tesla and was wondering if it had that new car smell, it does. So as you can see, my delivery experience went quite smoothly, despite the snafu of not knowing if they were going to stick to their original delivery date or not. And the drive home was everything I expected. But a lot of this is due in part to the Tesla owners on YouTube. This YouTube community is great if you're considering purchasing a Tesla or you already own one. And to that regard, I'd like my channel to provide some of that content for you. So if you like this video, please click the like button. If you like the channel, please subscribe. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.